Okay. So in the question 18, magnitude, intensity of gravitational field. Okay. So which graph is correct for the Earth? For the Earth, Earth is like what? A solid sphere. Correct. So શું answer આવે? B. Okay. Identify કરી લીધો ને graph જોઈને. So that's it. Let's go to next question. ગ્રાફ વાળા ક્વેશ્ચન ઘણી વખત પૂછાયો અલગ અલગ ચેપ્ટરમાં, પણ you just have to pick the graph. A uniform solid sphere of mass m and radius r. Draw the diagram. Uniform solid sphere of mass m, radius r is surrounded symmetrically. Symmetrically means uniformly everywhere. Okay, same on all sides. By a uniform thin spherical shell of radius 2r. Concentric. સમજાણું ને? વાંચ બરાબર. A uniform solid sphere mass m, radius r surrounded symmetrically by a uniform thin spherical shell of radius 2r and mass m. Draw the diagram. Does it look like this? Here is the solid sphere and here is the. So this is number 1, this is number 2. Its mass is m, radius is r, and its mass is m and radius is 2. Alright? This is what we do. Now, when that's only given, now we have to check all the options. A, B, C, D. Our question go lamba, right? Because you'll have to check everything until you get the right or the correct option. Okay? આ તો સારું છે, નહીતર હજી આમાં વેરિએશન કે થાય કે પછી સેન્ટેન્સ ABCD નહીં 1 2 3 4 પણ નીચે આપેલું હોય which of the following are correct 1 and 2 1 2 and 3 1 and 4 2 3 and 4 કરું મજૂરી. Okay, it takes lot of time to solve such a question. Anyway, A, the gravitational field of distance at a distance 1.5 r from the center is 2 by 9 gm by r. क्या है point at 1.5 r. Understood? Let's call this point A for option A. એટલે આ point પર શું find કરવાનું? What do we have to find at that point? Gravitational field intensity. Okay, we have to find gravitational field intensity at that point. ये तो correct. What creates gravitational field here? Solid sphere. And shell? No, not the shell. Why not the shell? Because the point is inside the shell, and inside the shell the gravitational force and field is all zero. Okay? Earth ની અંદર તો zero નથી. આમાં કેમ zero? If you say this is Earth, તો Earth ની અંદર અહીંયા તો zero હોય. Don't forget that difference. I'm just checking whether you are alert. So, Earth is a solid sphere. This is a shell. Shell is hollow. Earth is not hollow. બરાબર ને? આમ અંદર તોડીને જો તો કઈ દેખાતું નથી. Right? So anyway, so this is hollow. So we just have to find IA1, isn't it? એક જ find કરવાનું ને. IA2 is 0. Clear? Everyone got that? ઓલા બે સેન્ટેન્સ આપણે કેટલી વાર યુઝ કરીએ છીએ વિચારો તો ખરા જરા. In almost every question we are using it. બોલો IA1. G હવે અહીંયા માસ શું છે? M upon which r? 1.5 r આવશે ને? ખાલી r નહીં આવે. Is that clear or not clear? Because this point is outside the sphere. So outside the sphere માટે તો એક જ વસ્તુ કરવાની. So concentrate all the mass at the center. Simple. So gm by 1.5. 1.5 write it in fraction. 3 by 2 થાય ને? Everyone get that? So 3r by 2 Gaurav, do you get the first option?
No.
No?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
नहीं आवे तो શું આવશે 4gm upon 9r, right? Because 2 square is 4, right? કેવું ડિસેપ્ટિવ ઓપ્શન આપ્યું છે, નાની એવી મિસ્ટેક કરો તો આવી જ જાય, right? Let's go to second one. Now C is also wrong, isn't it? B ભલે રહ્યું C, because A and C are related. Isn't C wrong? એમાં શું કીધું છે 0, but it is not 0. So A, C wrong. હવે B. Gravitational field at distance 2.5 r from the center is same method. 2.5 r. Where will that point be? 2.5 r क्या होता है? Outside. Here. Is that okay?
Yes.
So this is where the point B is, and we have to find what is IB. Do it. Now who will create gravitational field at P?
Both.
1 and 2. Try to do it as fast as possible. Handwriting બગડવા દો. Finish? Thank you, John. Thank you, Nai. Nai? Thank you. Yes or no? Right or wrong? Huh? It's wrong. Sure. 2.5 am also right. Is that it? Are you sure you didn't forget to square? You got it? Yes, no, correct?
Yes, correct.
You're getting it correct. She's getting not correct. Whatever is given, mass કેટલું છે? એમ જ આવે ને? Okay, have a look here. So IB1 plus IB2. Actually, it should be vector form, but both will be towards the center. So that's why the directions are same. We can directly add magnitude. So IB1 over here, due to the first sphere, this point is inside the sphere, outside the sphere. Outside. GM by r square. GM by distance square. What is distance? 2.5 fraction number 5 by 2. Right? So 25 r square and 4 out there. Is that okay? 5 by 2 the square root. Plus. Okay, let's go to the next one. IB2. What do you think? Over here due to second. Over here due to the second. Is this point inside the shell, outside the shell? Outside. So G into how much mass? M divided by how much distance? It adds 25 r square by 4. So total 8 gm by 15 over 8 gm by 25 r square. Right? એવું છે ને? હા, correct. Okay. एक mistake take care of it. Right? Okay. So B is right. D is not right. Let me explain that as well. You see, as you go from this point, let's say here, away, this distance will change. Correct?
Yes.
So as the distance will change, the gravitational field of this sphere will change. And that is why it is not uniform. Option D says the field is uniform between sphere and shell. But it will not be uniform because this distance is the same. Okay, next.
So here we cannot concentrate the masses of both solids and the center.
At the center. Yes, you can do that for the point B, right? So if you do that, this mass concentrated here M. If you do that, this shell's mass concentrated here M. So total mass over here 2M. And then you can do it directly. So mass 2M and point here distance is 5 by 2 R. Right? So two ways to do it. I could do it. Right? Everything clear? Okay? Fine. Now let's go over to the next thing. We have gravitational potential. Right? So now it's time for effect of rotation. It's time for effect of rotation. So before I can explain that, I will have to take a small detour. I have to explain a little bit about something called centrifugal force. You may have heard this, but I did I teach this? I don't remember. Centripetal force we have done, of course, but centrifugal force. Okay, never mind. I'll just go through it again in anyway. If I'm not told, never mind. We're going to doing it. So, first of all, centrifugal force is a pseudo. Hopefully you remember. That's the first thing I want you all to know. So pseudo force means whether there is centrifugal force or not. It depends on the frame of reference. Do you remember that there are two kinds of frames? One inertial frame and non-inertial. In non-inertial frame, you have to use pseudo force if you want to use Newton's laws of motion. Okay? So centrifugal force is a pseudo force, and in a special frame of reference you get this centrifugal force. In which kind of frame of reference? In a rotating frame of reference. You get the pseudo force in a rotating frame of reference. Okay, if you remember earlier we did things like this, like some frame has an acceleration. Let's say this is a car or a train or something, and you are observing things from inside. So you are in an accelerating frame, which is called a non-inertial frame of reference. Okay? So there you get pseudo force when you try to observe things. Similarly, if you are in a rotating frame of reference, okay, then there is a pseudo force. Why so? Because whenever there is rotation, there will be acceleration. Because without acceleration, direction can never change. You understand that? So, when you are observing from a rotating frame of reference, there will be a pseudo force, and that pseudo force is called centrifugal. Right? Okay. So let me give you an example of that. Suppose you sit on those rides, okay, in those what are they called? You got it. Never mind. So let's say you are sitting on some ride, okay, where it's turning around. What would you see? You would see that everything else is turning in the opposite direction. But that's not how it works. On its own, things don't turn. You understand what I'm saying? Let's say this is you. You are in this rotating frame. So you yourself have an acceleration, correct or not? Whenever you go around in a circle, there has to be definitely a centripetal acceleration. Do you remember that? So your frame, you are observing the world from a rotating platform or a ride, okay, in an amusement park. That's it. Okay, so when you go around, there is centripetal acceleration. So your frame, rotating frame, non-inertial frame, so there will be a pseudo. Hopefully you remember that pseudo force always is like this. Negative of mass of object into acceleration of frame. Do you remember that? Opposite to the direction of frame's acceleration. For example, we are sitting in a train, accelerating train that is going in that direction. So the trees undi baju accelerate. Why? Because you can say that pseudo force acts on the trees in which direction? The opposite direction. So here your acceleration or the frame's acceleration is towards the center. હવે pseudo force ક્યાં આવે? Frame's acceleration towards center. Okay, agree? Frame's acceleration is towards the center. Then in which direction will be pseudo force? Opposite to that. So towards center, its opposite is away from the center. Very good. So when you try to observe something, there will be a pseudo force acting on that object in opposite direction. Not on you, but on anything that you observe. Remember, pseudo force always acts on object. Right? So that is Fp. And this Fp is nothing but centrifugal force. Basically, centrifugal means away from center. Then centripetal no meaning to that towards the center. And opposite there, away from center. Right? That is the centrifugal force. Right? So this force, this pseudo force, which is there when you are observing from a rotating frame of reference, that's called centrifugal force. છે pseudo force હશે. જો તમને આ યાદ હોય, આ સમજાયેલું હોય, તો આમાં કઈ છે જ નહીં. રાઈટ? ખાલી આ centripetal acceleration towards center, એનાથી opposite. Right? So this force is what makes you see that everything is turning, or this is what explains why everything appears to turn if you are sitting on a rotating platform. Understood? તમે આમ રોટેટ થશે, તમને એવું થાય કે બધું આમ જાય. The reason is you can say this is the force which is causing things to go that way. Okay, fine. So that's about centrifugal force. Okay, I'm erasing this. Right? If I allow it happens in a rotating frame and acceleration of frame is towards center, so pseudo force is away from center. And what? Centrifugal force. Okay. So with this we are ready for that topic. So the name of topic is effect of rotation of earth on G, or variation. There are two ways to describe this. Variation of G with latitude. Okay. Effect of rotation of earth on G. It is due to earth's rotation. Why does G's value seem to change? And you can also say that how G changes with latitude. Okay, first of all, do you remember that there is something called latitude? Longitude, latitude, other than geography. Okay, just to remind you once again, and I recommend that you draw a large diagram. Okay, હું એક કામ કરું, આ આખી સાઈડમાં આપણે અહીંયા ફિગર ડ્રો કરીએ. Okay, I'm doing this because it will get cluttered. બહુ બધું અંદર દેખાડો. So here is the axis on which earth spins. Tilted draw કરવાની જરૂર નહીં, તમે એમ વિચારજો તમારું માથું આમ. Okay, so this is the globe or the earth, and here is the equator. એવું જોઈએ ને, મેં ખબર નહીં વચ્ચે ડ્રો કર્યું કે નહીં. Hopefully I did it good. So this is the equator. Alright, latitude કોને કહેવાય? If I draw one more circle, one more circle, one more circle, all those are called latitude, horizontal circle. So basically, we are talking about one point here. Let's say, okay, we are talking about some point which is at some degree latitude. Do you know that latitudes are measured in degrees?
Yes.
Okay, 90 degree north is North Pole. 0 degree at the equator. 90 degree south means, understood? For example, Surendnagar is about 22 degrees north. Okay, એ મને યાદ છે કારણ કે મારું ટેલિસ્કોપ સેટ કરવાનો હોય ને તો એમાં છે ને એની વેલ્યુ નાખવી પડે so that we can find objects in the sky. Okay, so that's exactly something like this. Now, how is latitude seen in this diagram? Then let me explain. Okay, it is, latitude is an angle. Actually, latitude is an angle. What do I do? So, our point say it is at some angle with this horizontal or with the equator. એ રીતે 90 ડિગ્રી લો તો શું આવે? ક્યાં આવે? આ એંગલ વધતો જાય ઉપર 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 90 is 90 north. એ રીતે 90 south ક્યાં આવે? હા, understood that this angle is actually the latitude angle or the latitude. Lambda લખ્યું ને, here we are going to use symbol lambda for what? Latitude, wavelength ને. Okay, we are going to use symbol lambda for latitude. Okay, theta કરો તો કઈ ફરક નથી પડતો, but that is the convention. Okay, so lambda for latitude. Now I want you to think about what is happening at this point. As the earth spins, so what does this point do? It will move in a circle. Yes or no?
Yes.
Can you imagine that a ball arm spins that? So our point super, it will go in this circle. Now Earth's radius RE, slant line के लिए क्या RE आवश्यक? Yes or no?
Yes.
Earth's radius, assuming Earth is a uniform sphere. Okay, what's this? Do you think this is RE?
Yes.
No.
No.
Yeah, you know that?
No, it's not.
Think about it. A ball, a vertical line, our radius થાય, પણ અહીંયા radius નો થાય ને?
No.
I hope that makes sense. No સમજાણું? Right? Because radius is always measured from the center. એટલે આ center ન કહેવાય. So that is radius, this is radius, but this is not radius. Okay. So, but still, there is something interesting there. Have a look. This point will go around in a circle of this radius. I am going to call it small r because it is also the distance from the axis. You understood what this is? It is r. અહીંયા lambda. તો અહીંયા lambda આવશે. Yes or no? આટલો મોટો ડાયાગ્રામ ડ્રો કર્યો ને તો એ બધું ભેગું થાય. Understood so far?
Yes.
Do you see a simple relation between r, re and lambda? અહીંયા દેખાડો. Lambda, અહીંયા r. Do you see a simple relation between r, re and lambda? કરો. This is obviously a right angle triangle. બરાબર ને? આ કરો trigonometry થી જ આવશે. Angle આવે એટલે trigonometry આવવાનું છે કોઈ રીતે. Hurry up. થઈ ગયું ને? બધું અઘરું છે આ? શું રિલેશન આવે?
Cos lambda equals
Cos lambda equal to
R
r by r. R by r. So r, the relation is r equals capital RE into cos lambda. Yes or no?
Yes.
એવું જાય ને છે તો r equal to capital RE into cos lambda. अरे cos lambda यूज करना. What is meaning of cos lambda? Adjacent ऊपर r triangle में जो cos lambda equal to adjacent upon hypotenuse. तो ठीक है? Okay? બેમાં સેમ જ આવે. But it is inconvenient. આમાં આમ vertical અહીંયા તમે draw કરો છો. અહીંયા already છે. Okay, so this is it. Now let's see what happens here as this spins. So if you observe the weight of some object, એટલે suppose અહીંયા કંઈક weighing scale મૂકી એની પર કોઈ object whose weight you are going to find out. Okay, so this object is moving in a circle along with this frame of reference. Who is measuring the weight of this object? Weighing scale. Yes or no? And weighing scale is also moving. That means that the weighing scale is in a rotating frame of reference. समझाई છે? The weighing scale is in a rotating frame. So object નો FBD draw કરીએ આ ઓબ્જેક્ટ બે જગ્યાએ ડ્રો કરી દે, અહીંયા ડ્રો કરી દે અને આમાં. So first of all, this object, if its mass is m, it will be attracted towards the earth by this force mge. કેમ આવું tilted કેમ ડ્રો કર્યું છે? કારણ કે આ tilted. Hopefully you can see that this mge will be in this direction towards the center of earth. Okay, it's fine if you don't draw it over there. I'm about મેં તો કીધું બહુ complicated. સમજાણું આ mge towards where? Towards the center of earth. So બધાને આપણે c કે towards c અને આને આપણે p કે, right? So towards c. Then there will be a centrifugal force. Why? Because this point is moving around in a circle like this. So centripetal acceleration left side of it. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm not. Is centripetal acceleration towards center of earth? It is always towards center of circle. આમ જાય ને circle. So this circle નો center શું છે? C કે P? P. So it is towards P. The centripetal acceleration left side. So centrifugal force right side. Okay, so this is CFG લખું છું ત્યાં. CFG for centrifugal force. Okay, then we put its value. એમાં કઈ નથી. Right? Okay, and then what does this weighing scale measure? It will measure the normal force. Yes or no?
Yes.
It will measure the normal force. And the normal force is weight આવે ને?
Yes.
Okay, hopefully you remember that weighing scale measures normal force. Okay, so this is Ft. Now according to this weighing scale, okay, imaginary situation coming up. Let's say this is you on the weighing scale. You are not being measured, something else is being measured. That's the खाली हमने drop. So you are in that same frame. What will you see this object is doing? Will it be at rest? Will it be moving? It will be at rest. કારણ કે તમે એની સાથે જ નથી. Make sense or not?
Yes.
So this will be in equilibrium always. It will never be moving. સમજાય છે? From that frame of reference, not from space. Space થી જો તો તમને દેખાય કે આ પ્રોટોન. But we are in that frame of reference. So we have this pseudo force, and now this thing is in equilibrium. Okay? So equilibrium માં આપણે છે ને બે એક્સિસ લેવાના છે. એક આમ જેનું આપણે કંઈ કામ નથી. Think out, which is very useful for us. We will take these two as axes. Let's say this is the y-axis, and this is the x-axis. X-axis is useless for us. Y-axis is useful. Okay. Now, if this angle is lambda, go to the FPT. If this angle is lambda, go to the FPT. Do you agree that this angle is also lambda? कहीं change मत कर दो, खाली व्यवस्थित रहो. समझाओ, this angle lambda or not clear? કેને ખબર પડે? અહીંયા લેમ્ડા આમ હોરિઝોન્ટલ અને આમ જાય તો અહીંયા એંગલ લેમ્ડા જ આવે ને. Do you see that? This is lambda, so this has to be lambda. Okay, got that from geometry? અહીંયા લેમ્ડા તો અહીંયા લેમ્ડા આવશે અને આ એક જ લાઈન. This is one straight line and this is horizontal. So if there is lambda, so for sigma fy, for equilibrium on y-axis, for equilibrium on y-axis, we have sigma fy equal to 0. Therefore, we should have n plus fcfg cos lambda. આ ફોર્સ નો આ કોમ્પોનેન્ટ લેવો પડશે ને. ત્યાંથી કોમ્પોનેન્ટ કેવી રીતે લેવાનો? This is lambda અને આ એડજસ્ટન્ટ થાય ને lambda. So component is cos lambda, not sin lambda. Okay, जल्दी एक FPT ड्रॉ कर दो. This is FCFT. एक component આમ આવે, અહીંયા lambda હોય તો આ બાજુ કયો component આવે? F cos lambda. અને આ બાજુ શું આવશે? F sin lambda. યાદ આવ્યું? So that's what I'm talking about today. Right? This is F or FCFT. એનો component cos lambda. Right? And then minus opposite side નો શું છે? mg is equal to Okay, right? When you tell me, I'll erase this diagram when you are done with it. Shall I erase it? તમે ડ્રો કરો હોય તો મેં તો એમને પહેલા કનેક્ટ કર્યું જસ્ટ ફોર યુ. તમને ખબર પડે કે અહીંયા ફોર્સ F હોય તો આ કોમ્પોનન્ટ આમ આવે છે. Right? We are not even worried about x direction. એનું કંઈ કામ નથી. Okay. Therefore, n equal to mge minus fcfg cos lambda. Okay. FCFG, centrifugal force. Centrifugal force is which force? Pseudo force. No magnitude is the mass of object into acceleration of frame. So our frame हम over. So it has which acceleration? Centripetal. So centripetal acceleration की formula શું છે? Centripetal acceleration v square by r. But there is a problem. If you are doing this experiment here, then v is different. If you are doing it here, v is different. If you are doing it here, v is different. Because in a rotating body, different points have different v. याद आया है? I told you that by example of fan. But what is same? Omega. तो आपने v square by r नहीं लगते. We will write omega square r for centripetal acceleration. Hopefully you realize why this is a smart choice. Because omega is same for every point. Okay, so omega square r has to give m mass of object into acceleration of frame, pseudo force statement. Again, this force is the pseudo force, the mass of object multiplied by this centripetal acceleration of frame into cos. અને આ જે n મેઝર કરે એ ઇફેક્ટિવ વેટ કહેવાય ને. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
The normal force measured by the weighing scale is nothing but effective weight. LMG effect. Clear or not clear? Okay. So basically what this means is, listen to me. Suppose તમને ખબર છે કે આના માટે આનું માસ let's say 10 kg અને g ની વેલ્યુ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ 9.8 લો. This is g. તો એ આનું વેટ છે ને 98 ન્યૂટન નહીં દેખાડો. It will be slightly less. That's what we are learning here. Keep slightly less because of the centrifugal force the weight will decrease. So we are making the effect of rotation. Make sense? Because the earth is rotating, there is a centrifugal force, and because of that centrifugal force the weight seems to decrease. So mg effective, which is the effective weight, is equal to here. What's common? M common. Ge minus omega square. What is smaller? Is this clear? I put smaller as well. Smaller equal to Re cos lambda. Cos lambda, cos lambda, cos square. Clear? What's cancelled now? M. G effective is equal to Ge minus omega square Re into cos square. तो अगला लाइक लगे तुमने. So what does this tell you? Let's have a look. First of all, this is showing effect of rotation. Suppose omega 0 है. Let's say Earth was not rotating. Okay, let's say Earth was not rotating. Then omega will be 0. So खाली G is up. Simple, because if it's not rotating, there is no centrifugal force. The other thing to notice is lambda. You can see this thing depends on lambda. Lambda, that is latitude. So equator पर શું થાય? At equator, what is value of lambda? 0. Latitude is 0. So यहाँ cos 0 મૂકો તો 1. So you can see this is going to be the biggest subtraction. અને એનાથી વધુ, if you put lambda equal to 90, then cos 90 is 0. So this term itself becomes 0. So you can say that this also tells you how changing latitude changes the weight. measured weight. Actual mass બધું same જ રહે, but the measured weight will change, right? So let's write two special cases. At pole, lambda equal to either plus 90 or minus 90. એનાથી કઈ ફરક નથી પડતો. So you have cos lambda equal to 0. Is this clear or not clear?
Yes.
At the pole, you have lambda equal to 90. Upper, any jagah में दे. South pole, north pole. So you have G effective equal to G. केम maximum? जे subtract करवानो है, ये 0 થઈ જાય तो maximum आ जाए ना? Sure. You understand that? Whatever you are going to subtract, if that is 0, means you are not subtracting. So you are getting maximum. Okay. Then second, at equator. હવે આ તમારે જાતે લખો. Hopefully you can do it. Lambda equal to 0 degree. Cos 0 is 1. Use करो. तो શું આવે? G effective equal to GE minus omega square R. આ બે યાદ નથી રાખવાના તો ખાલી તમને થોડી પ્રેક્ટિસ લેવું થાય. તમને ખબર પડે what is going on. So here you get in the second case G effective equal to GE minus omega square RE. This is minimum. Do you understand why? Cos square lambda the maximum value 1 થાય. If you subtract the biggest, the answer is the smallest. The result is the smallest. Make sense? હું તમને એક નંબર આપી દઉં 5. હવે હું તમને એમ કહું કે આમાંથી નંબર સબટ્રેક્ટ કરવાનો any number between 0 and 1. So what is the maximum result possible? 5. 5 minus 0 equal to 5. You calculate. What is the minimum result possible? 5 minus 1 equal to 4. એનાથી ઓછું તો ન જાય ને ગમે તે કરો. If you are only supposed to subtract 0 to 1. Understood the whole idea? Thank you. This is minimum. So if someone will ask you where is the gravitational acceleration on Earth's surface minimum? At equator. Right? Okay, and where is it maximum? At poles. Got it? Okay, minimum at equator. Maximum at pole. તો એવું થાય ને તમે કોઈ પણ ઓબ્જેક્ટ ને અહીંથી આમ લઈ જાઓ, let's say from north pole to the equator, its weight will actually decrease. The measured weight, mass decrease not that, measured weight will decrease. Make sense? But yes, the effect is not that big. Let me tell you. Take the effect away. You can put omega, you can put RE and calculate how much is that difference going to be. કરું છે ને નામ કરું કેટલો ફરક પડે ઇક્વેટર અને પોલ. ઓમેગા ફોર વોટ? ઇન્ટરેસ્ટેડ ઓર નોટ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટેડ? બોલો. ઇન્ટરેસ્ટેડ? શ્યોર? Omega, that is angular speed of rotation of Earth. Okay, so we are going to find it. Earth completes one rotation in how much time?
24
24
hours.
hours. So any angular speed કેટલી આવે? और calculator લઈ લો, વાંધો નહીં, એમાં નંબર દેવા જાવ. Hurry up. Completes one rotation in 24 hours. One rotation એટલે કેટલો angle? 2 pi. 2 pi. બરાબર ને? 2 pi divided by how much? To find angular speed 24. 86400. 2 pi divided by 86400. ಈ omega ની value આવી.
0.00.
Okay, there you go. Okay, it's going to be very small. Now square it. Square કેવી રીતે કરે? શોર્ટકટ આવડે છે બધાને? કે નહીં? પ્રેસ ઇન્ટુ પ્રેસ ઇક્વલ ટુ એટલે સ્ક્વેર થઈ જાય છે. સમજ્યા કે નહીં? Whatever number you want to square, you લખ નાખવાનું. Press into and then press equal to એટલે square આવી જશે. Okay? Very small. હજી into RE કરવાનું. What is RE? Radius of Earth. એટલે 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. એટલે પાછું થોડુંક મોટું થયું. You still have to multiply RE after you find omega square. અઘરા પડે કેલ્ક્યુલેશન
ના ના
કે થાય છે અત્યારે નહીં કરો તો એક્ઝામમાં તો નહીં થાય તમારાથી બરાબર ને એટલે કરવાની પ્રેક્ટિસ તો કરવી જ પડે કેલ્ક્યુલેટર સાથે કે કેલ્ક્યુલેટર વગર ગમે તેમ પણ કરવું તો પડે. So what do you get finally for this term? આખું બધું મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરી દો.
3.4 into 10 raised to minus 6.
3.4 into 10 raised to minus 6. And then what do you all get? Check કરી દો એકાદ જણને અતિ આવે છે. Who gets same? Nobody gets same. મારે જ કરવું પડશે છેલ્લે એવું મને લાગે છે. I'm erasing everything here. Omega square 2.586,400 or the second ma convert here into 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. Okay, so 4 pi square is 10, 86,400 into 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. So this gives you 10 cancelled and 4 into 6.4 is into 10 raised to 5, 1864. So I divide करनो 8 થી થઈ જશે. Okay, so this is 0.8 and this is 1 and 0 and 8. So this is like the 3.2 upon 100. Okay, એટલે પાછું 4 થી થઈ જશે. 0.8 upon 2 and 7. બસ હવે ડિવાઇડ કરવાનું છે. To 0.8 divided by 27 એટલું કરી દો મને ખાલી બસ
0.029.
0.0 હું સ્ક્વેર કરું ભૂલી ગયો લેતા હા મને ખબર છે મેં આનું સ્ક્વેર નથી કર્યું. Anyways, tell me this answer. What do we get? 0.029 into 10 raised to 5 and now we divide that by 86400 કરો divide. હું એક વાર મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરવાનું ભૂલી ગયો બીજું કઈ લઉં. હા રેડિયસ ઓફ કોર્સ 6.00 કિલોમીટર ને 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. What do we get?
3.35.
તમને વાતો કરવાનો ટાઈમ નથી આપ્યો પાછળ હોય 3.35 into 10 raised to
minus 7.
એટલે આટલું ડિવાઇડ કર્યું ને હવે આ પાછું into 10 raised to 5. So this becomes 3.35 into 10 raised to minus 2 or 0.0335 એટલે જે પેલું 9.8 હોય ને એમાં કેટલું ઓછું થાય 0.033. Not a very big number or small change actually. બરાબર ને? So that's what we get. અહીંયા મેં થોડી ચીટિંગ કરી છે. Pi square ની વેલ્યુ મેં 10 મૂકી. You can check that in calculator. Pi square value is 9.8 કેવું કંઈક કદાચ આવે. Right? Okay. જરૂર પડે ને તો pi square equal to g લેવાનું. તો pi square equal to g. Okay? You can do that. Yeah. Fine. So it does change. Little bit though, not very big. So you know, I remember I have seen a question like this somewhere. It says that suppose Earth's rotation speed, if Earth's rotation speed would be increased so that objects on equator fly away. આનો શું meaning? So that objects on equator fly away. એવું કેમ થાય? You see that rotation takes a part here in g's value. Yes or no? સમજ પડે ને? If Earth would rotate faster, then value of omega will increase. Then do you realize that if omega keeps increasing, at one point this value itself will become 0 ઓમેગા ની વેલ્યુ વધતી જાય તો સબટ્રેક્શન કરતા જાઓ so ultimately you get 0. So a point will come where g effective on the equator will become 0. So g effective 0 એનો મતલબ શું? There is no gravity. Object will fly away. Clear or not? So it પૂછ્યું છે. Suppose rotation speed is increased so that objects on equator fly away. Find the time period of Earth. That is, how fast or in how much time should Earth rotate if the objects on equator should fly away. Imaginary question છે, but fun to do in my opinion. Right? Earth જાતે solve. Time period find કરવાનો. Hint આપો. Time period અને ઓમેગા ની એક રિલેશન છે. What that?
Yes.
T equal to 2 pi by omega. So from this here on equator, from this you can find omega. કેવી રીતે કરવાનું? Objects fly away એનો મતલબ g effective value equal to 0. આ સમજાણું ને?
Yes.
There is no gravity. That's why objects fly away. So g effective 0 એમાંથી ઓમેગા મળી જાય. ઓમેગા મળી જાય તો time period. Okay? કરજો. Right? It is like homework. મજા આવશે તમને કરવાની.